truck. Turn
Ready
on.
to roll.
You ready to rock, Miss Sky? We're at the container terminal again. We're in a Volvo this time.
Let's go.
Rather enthusiastic Skynet today.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Let's do that, Skynet. Let's find a new route, as you call it.
This is where it ends.
Simulated Erk. Japan Truck Simulator, Episode 5, Take 3, and action! Let's hope that everything is working a-okay now. This is our truck in the garage. We will be heading across now to Japan for some action. So we are at a toll booth. There I am. I'm causing a traffic jam, but I just need a good shot. We've got some steel coils on board. We'll get back in the cab. We have had all sorts of issues today. We've had all sorts of issues. Now, I would have been able to capture some more of this load. We're about to deliver it because I had some audio issues. I could hear my audio and the desktop audio and the game audio and everything in my ears, so I'm thinking, sweet, everything's fine. And you know, I checked it before I started recording today and it's all good. And then I've had a look at the program that I use, OBS Studio, to record, and nothing's registering on desktop audio, so I'm thinking, well, okay, maybe it's coming from gameplay audio. Nothing's coming up there. Checked it, and not even my voice came through because it lost detection of my USB devices, so I had to start that again. So we are almost at the end of this delivery. Project Japan have done a fantastic job. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but it's really good to be back with these episodes of Japan Truck Simulator. Hope you like the new introduction that you've just seen. I am back. I've done a whole heap of work in Simulated Erk land. I've been very busy outside of Simulated Erk land, and there's just so much going on. If you're into trucks,
It was a nice ride.
thanks, Skynet. Hope you enjoy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Not many of us got to see it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, Skynet. My in-game navigator, Sky. So we will park the truck. And here we go, almost level 1. And we'll explain why I'm almost level 1 in a moment. Let's go to the job market. We'll take a quick job. We don't own any trucks. Now, where am I? is the question. Oh, we're in Tokushima. So that's right, because we just discovered it. So, from Tokushima, because I like to deliver my next load from where I got the other one. Let me see. What can we deliver? There's a fair bit to deliver, actually. Looks like Tokushima's the place to be. Okay, we can deliver scrap metal, truck tires, plastic film rolls, fertilizer, truck batteries, onions, carrots, roofing felt, empty barrels, something in Japanese, truck rims, something else in Japanese, rice, empty pallets, used packaging, something else in Japanese, something longer in Japanese, empty pallets, scrap metals, tomatoes, motor oil, used plastic, smoke sprats, whatever they are, tyres, pet food, motor oil, watermelon, tracks, carbon black powder, something else in Japanese, beans, something again in Japanese, corks, plastic granules, and pears. I think we might try and deliver some tracks and see what they actually are. So we'll take this job. And Project Japan, there are 4 previous episodes before this one, and this is a new batch of recording. And we will be delivering our tracks soon. We haven't had a single ferry ride so far. I've made 2 deliveries now. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so that's our way out. Does that mean we're crossing train tracks? Oh, there's a truck. Okay, so we're going out there. So, we've got a day sleeper. Okay, let's go outside. And... oh, tracks as in... for... holy dooly. Tracks as in for excavators, that sort of thing. Wowee, okay. Must remember that for the screen cap, for the episode art. That's fantastic. And so, nice boy truck. You can see me. I'm just trying to think in previous episodes if you could actually see the driver when you're doing things like this. So we'll go in the cab. We'll start the engine.
Okay. Here we go.
Good morning, Skynet. Oh, it's actually, sorry, good afternoon, Skynet. It's 2:15 Monday afternoon, 17 hours and 45 minutes, 1,000 kilometres. That could be including some ferries as well. Alright, let's go, Skynet, and we can talk about what's been going on. So hopefully with my sound issue fixed, we can continue. One of the things that... oh, and I should have recorded it. Oh, I have recorded it, but it's in the recycling bin, and I couldn't be bothered going through and trying to find it. I could easily recreate it. I forgot that I was driving in Japan, that I needed to drive on the left-hand side of the road. And so I've come out of a place like this, and I've gone onto the wrong side of the road, and no, I've gone onto the wrong side of the road at an intersection. This isn't a good start. Oh, I've hit the fence. Now, I have new mail. Now, I hate driving like this, but you don't want to see me spend all day trying to get out of this situation. Just hang on, Skynet. More important things to worry about for the moment. Oh, look, there's a tractor. Farm Simulator on Simulated Erk on Fridays. So yeah, I've turned the corner at the intersection, and I've accidentally gone onto the wrong side of the road, and I've got halfway around making the turn, and in the next lane was the police, who didn't do anything about it. You know, they can give you fines for speeding and whatnot. Hang on. Yeah, I can do that now. A bit more notice. Skynet would have been good, but anywho. So I've gone past this police car while I'm on the wrong side of the road. Nothing's happened. And then I crept across a stop line. It's starting to rain. I've crept over a stop line at a traffic light, and I got a red light camera fine. But I've driven down the wrong side of the road next to a cop, and nothing happened, which is very funny.
Right.
I can't remember it raining in Japan in Project Japan before. We'll see here. So we'll go through these toll booths. So I've got to basically follow that pink van. Oh, maybe it's the love wagon. I've got to catch up, see if it's the love wagon. In Japan, there's a really excellent think of something like Love Island or The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, but it's a van that drives around. Now, it's ironically not usually driving around Japan. It's driving around other parts of the world, and it's called the Love Wagon. And they get 3 Japanese guys, 3 Japanese girls who are usually awkward AF. And they drive around. They have someone from the country that they're in driving them around, acting as tour guide and that sort of thing. And they try and find love. It's called a nori, or in English, Love Wagon. And it's a pink van like the one that's in front that I'm trying to catch up with. And they go around looking for love, and then what happens, I wouldn't necessarily say love, I'd say like happens. And when like happens, they have this little ritual where they give the person that they're interested in, say I'm a guy, and there's a girl that I'm interested in. Let's call her Miss Daisy just for something different. And so I've been getting to know her inside this van for weeks, and I think that I like her, and I think we might just be about ready to hold hands. But I'm not sure if she wants to hold hands with me or not. And so she could just be there for the travel. And so one day I pluck up the courage and I get this ticket for 2 back to Japan from the driver. And I say to Miss Daisy, "Hey Miss Daisy, I like you. I'd like to hold your hand someday. Come back to Japan with me and maybe we might hug." This me being a bit cynical. And so she's got 24 hours to make her decision, and then they make... Oh, there's a flashing sign and a LED sign. That's cool. And then, so fast forward 24 hours later, they're on a beach or somewhere, and there's me, and there's Miss Daisy, and then she'll say something like, I really like you, so let's go back to Japan and see if anything happens, or I'm sorry, I'm just not into you, I don't want to hold hands, I don't want to hug. So in the first situation, if she likes me, we both go back to Japan, and then they get a new me and a new Miss Daisy. Oi! Don't know what happened there. But if she says no, well, I go home and they get a new me and Miss Daisy stays. And they have had it in various countries, like they've had it in various Asian countries. The last one was based in Africa. You can see it on Netflix. Love Wagon. If you Google Love Wagon and look for the pink van, that I don't know if it's still in front of me or not. But it's really weird too how they're like, oh, we're going to this country and we know that you're all unfit and you're here for love and everything like that, but we think that you can climb a mountain that's taller than Mount Fuji in the country that you've come from. We know that you've had no mountain climbing experience, and we know that you're all unfit and half of you will probably die. But for entertainment, let's spend 5 days climbing a mountain. So seeing that pink van reminded me of it. Anywho, what's been going on with Project Japan? Now it's December 2020. The last episodes that I recorded were a few months ago. And I recorded 4 episodes in a row. I'd actually done... There's a police. Oh, and he's got me for speeding too. Oh, and it's an actual... I am about 10k over. Oh, is that the Love Wagon? Let's go, Love Wagon! I've almost caught up to the Love Wagon.
Keep left and then turn left.
Oh, they've actually got a rest stop. I've never seen that in my Project Japan career. Oh, the Love Wagon's gone through the arrows and I can't follow it. So it's been a few months since I recorded an episode of Japan Truck Simulator. There have been other episodes of other things that I have recorded. They're all on the YouTube on Simulated Erk various playlists, and there's a whole heap of episodes that I need to add to simulatederkgaming.com, but they're all on YouTube. So what's happened, and this is what often happens with games that have been modified such as this, is that this Project Japan is based on Euro Truck Simulator and the various pieces of downloadable content DLC for it. And then the people behind Project Japan have created these maps based on assets from Euro Truck Simulator. And that's all well and good while, you know, they can use the assets that they've got and the maps and everything like that, and it's all good until they decide to update Euro Truck Simulator. And that's what happened. They went from version 1.38 to 1.39. Now sometimes what will happen is that the mods will work based on the amount of changes that have happened, and then other times they won't. They broke. So I went to Twitter, found Project Japan by doing a Google search. That was the easiest way of doing it. And then I found their latest update, which says we've now got a version that's compatible with Euro Truck Sim 1.39. Sweet. So I've downloaded it and installed it, uninstalled the old mods, and here we are. So now if I record a whole heap of episodes while 1.39 is out, there's the Love Wagon again. Maybe it's a different one, but that's a Love Wagon. So because 1.39 has relatively recently come out, it's probably going to be a while before 1.40 comes out. Now I have read via Steam, on the news section on Steam for Euro Truck Simulator, that they are working on version 1.40, and what that will do, that will actually change a lot of the base assets. Like it'll do things like improve the road surfaces and all of that sort of stuff.
And then exit left.
And so that will help the base game. But what that might also do, that might break Project Japan again, as an example. And so then they have to find out what's changed and see what they can do to make their mods compatible again with 1.40. Now what also happens is that over the time, people like the Project Japan team are already working on their own things anyway based on the current version, and so every so often they might put out an update which might have, you know, more trucks in it, more cities, that sort of things that they've been working on, and then all of a sudden there's a new update, and of course it's not up to the main company to say to all the modders, we're about to have a new version. They usually find out when the rest of us find out. And so, as I was saying before on the previous take of this, let's say a new version of Euro Truck Sim comes out next Monday. Next Tuesday, don't expect Project Japan to work. If it works, it's a bonus, but also don't expect a new version on Tuesday. You know, it usually would take some time for the people behind something like Project Japan to say, okay, well, first of all, is it still working? If it's still working, sweet, you put a note up that says, you know, everything's still working, we're all good, play on. But then again, they can also, if it doesn't work, they'll put a note up saying, hey, guess what, it's not working, it's not going to work, it's not working with the new version, we're working on it, please be patient, that sort of thing. And that's really And that's really all you can do. So they have done a fantastic job. Now I need to read and see what they've added in this new version. So this is a new version of Project Japan. And like that service station there, it looks fantastic. I can't recall rain before. You know, there may well have been. There appears to be more trucks on the road.
Keep left. And then turn left.
The signage is good. There hasn't been so far a reliance on ferries. There seems to be more jobs. So we're turning left. We've still got 14, almost 15 hours of driving time remaining. How much of that is ferries? I don't know, if any. But yeah, there seems to be more trucks on the road, which is good, and a big variety of trucks. And also the loads. Check out that load. Like, I know it's based on a European map, but it really does feel like you're driving a truck in Japan, which of course is the whole idea. Actually, we've got a rest area coming up. We should probably use it. Because it hasn't been something...
I'll find a new route.
Okay, Scott. Do you want to have a slope, Skynet? I haven't seen a rest area before in Japan Truck. There's a couple of buses there, and I like it. You can just drive in. So we'll drive near the buses, but not next to. So we'll have a look. Oh, my parking's atrocious. Maybe if I drive forward a bit more, I'll actually be in the lines. So I haven't seen this in Project Japan before, where there's a rest stop and you actually need to have a rest. This is fantastic. Now this is very common in Euro Truck and American Truck, but in I'll straighten up a little bit. Then again, I do have my nose pointing out. We'll get back in the truck and we'll try again. So the fact that you can actually rest up is fantastic. And the fact that there's a job long enough that you possibly do need to rest up. Now, it could have well been there for previous, but I just haven't noticed. Oh, that's not much better, you know. That is so not good. So we are going to have a rest. Rest. You are getting some rest. Let's rest again. Yeah, it's daytime. Here we are. Engine on. Lights on for safety. Still raining. Alright, let's get back in the truck. So this is a good development. If this, especially if this is new, they may have incorporated what because the drivers have got longer. Because the drivers are longer, they realise that they've got to provide rest facilities. We've still got 14 hours of driving time remaining. We're expected at the moment the early hours of Wednesday, but we'll probably have to sleep again. But I don't know how much of this is on ferries as well, because that takes out a whole chunk of time. But we were driving for a fair while.
Left, and then exit left. Exit left.
Alright, let's... I got a queue behind me, but that's alright. More vehicles for the screenshots. Even the little symbol for the toll plaza is the Japanese yen. Alright, let's go. Oh, we're about to go on a ferry. Well, that answers that question. Paleasy! There's the ferry. It's looking pretty swishy. They might have done a ferry update as well.
To turn right. Turn right.
We have had to do a fair amount of driving to get to this point, though. Hang on, Project Japan advertising. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Screenshot City. Alright, onto the ferry. Oh, that's awesome. And good advertising inside too. In game. Alright, so we need to go over here. So we're expected in the early hours of Wednesday morning. 13, almost 14 hours remaining. Okay, where can we go? Well, it turns out we can go only one way and the travel time is 13 and a half hours.
Finding a new route.
Thank you, Skynet. So we're on the ferry now. So maybe we didn't need to take the rest stop after all. Oh, I remember once on Eurotruck when I first started recording episodes. It says now to view possible travel destinations, press enter. So I went from point A to point B on the ferry, and then I arrived at point B in the ferry, and I said to travel, press enter, and so I actually travelled back. There's some Japanese workmen there directing nobody, or they're doing some exercise at the same time, who knows. So I went from point A to point B on the ferry, and then I accidentally went from point B back to point A, so I had to go on the ferry again. Oh, it was oh, out there, those gates aren't going to open for me. Okay. I thought they might have, but then I had a look at the map and I'm like, oh no, I need to be over here. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. I should be over there. Oh. Swung too hard. There we go. We're good now. So we've only got 10 kilometres to go now, so a lot of that was ferry time, as it turned out. Still had a decent amount of driving to do to get to the ferry terminal though. This is my third delivery this batch of recording. and it's the first time that I've been on a ferry, so take some more screen caps. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and what it looks like they've incorporated, they're doing there's some road work over there. That's I did see some on the previous version of Project Japan, but they're doing some road work there, so that's cool.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh, he's broken down. Nothing there. Be a bit of traffic coming that way for this map. I just want to make sure if I need the extra room to swing that I can go into that lane without cleaning up half a dozen cars. This isn't Tram Simulator after all. So simulated truck episodes Tuesdays, buses Tuesday, trams Tuesday, trains Thursdays.
Turn right.
Got that right. There's Family Mart. Family Marts are awesome. Like a Japanese version of 7-Eleven. Having said that, there are 7-Elevens in Japan as well.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh, that's oh, I did have a green light. I thought it was going to change in a second. Now it's changed. Now I can't go. Oh well. We've got 5 kilometres to go. 11 minutes. Do. Oh, and I also lost an episode of Train Simulator as well earlier. That's annoying. One thing that I found out by reading on Steam as well is that, it did mention only that 1.40 is coming out. due to the global pandemic that we're all well aware of and probably sick about hearing about, that I haven't spent a lot of time talking about, because who knows when you're watching this. The company behind Euro American Truck Sim, based in Europe, a lot of the people have had to work from home, so that slows things down, like many people are experiencing. They were surprised that they got 1.39 out. They're working on 1.40.
Go straight on.
Straight on, thank you, Skynet. And straight on again. We can make it. Yes, we can. We need to turn left in a minute.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
There's an excavator. So it's good to see that there's some different loads coming in as well. It's just not all trucks with containers. And there's various sizes of trucks too. Like there's that tipper truck that might have some sand or gravel in it at some stage.
Fine. We are here.
Ah, Skynet, the attitude. Finally, we're here. Was I supposed to go in there? I don't think so. Around the back, maybe. No, can't go there. We can only go to the left. Hang on, let's go F5. Alright, that might make things a little bit clearer for me. Wait, watch where you're going. You only got a small roller skate. You should have been able to do that corner better than that. Oh, in there. Okay. I don't think I saw that driveway when I came up before. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Miss Skynet's attitude was sort of threw me off too. Okay, so we've gone up to level 1. When I had to basically restart again to install the new version of Project Japan. So I was only on level 2 anyway, so had to go back to level 0. 35 hours, although there was 2 rest periods in there. 232 Ks. Our tracks were delivered. Job completed. So we'll add, we've got a long distance skill point, we can add to that, apply that. We'll start a job. Yes, I would like to take a quick job. Okay, we are in Kanzawawa. So truck tires, something in Japanese, containers, something else in Japanese, young seedlings, cut flowers, onions, used plastic, something else in Japanese, motor oil, chemical sorbent, non-alcoholic beer, motorcycle tires, used packaging, oil filters, and that is all for where we are right now. Let's take the something in Japanese, because who knows what that could be. Whatever it is, it's 22 tons. So we'll have a look at our truck. Might involve another ferry ride, who knows, but let's have a look at our truck. Oh, I don't know what this is. I think this might be concrete or something like that. But that is our truck and our load. I don't ever remember in any of these versions seeing the actual dude in the truck when I'm looking like this. Another screen cap. Anywho, I've been Simulated Erk. Let's go back. Can we get back in the cab? No, we'll see you next time. I'm Simulated Erk. Bye for now.